Hello everybody, Thorgal here, and welcome back to another episode of SkyFactory 4. So, last time we made this mob farm over here, and it's been running. I got a lot of materials. I actually had to start putting some crates up here, and yes, I did change the fans on and off sign here. They were backwards, the on and off part. So, but we got a bunch of gunpowder, rotten flesh, bones, and arrows, and then over here's all the other stuff. I actually took this string and the ender pearls inside. And this armor here, we cannot wear yet. I tried it. So we cannot put this on yet. I think we have to turn into an android first. We gotta get into that sooner than later. Because I feel like that if we wait too long and, you know, we're super advanced in the pack already and so on, it's kind of... I want to get the android stuff done. So in the next couple of episodes sometime, I want to get started with that. But I want to go to the Twilight Forest today, the Nether, and the Lost Cities. I think that's what it's called, right? So we have to make that cake. Let's see here. Lost City. Yeah, right. Let's add it on the left-hand side. But for that, we need a blaze rod. So we need to go to the Nether for sure. And all of this has to do with that I want to get my hands on these two ores. Boron and lithium. And you guys see it says found in the Twilight Forest and Lost City dimensions. We're just going to open all the dimensions today, okay? But before we go there, I would really like to have 2 pieces of armor, as well as the free runners from Mekanism and the armored jetpack. I want to be able to fly before we go to the Nether, because I believe that is also a void world. Or, it's not a void world, but it's not a regular Nether. It's going to make more sense when we go there. So, and in order to that, you guys see, I have a lot of stuff planned today here. So I want to get all of this done. And by the way, these two... ores here, we need to make some of these inscriber presses, because I also want to, start planning for applied logistics. I would like to get that started as soon as we can, and we need for that molten ferroboron, and we need to pour that over cobblestone circuit mold, and that is made with, right here, we need steel as well as molten boron, and that comes from that ore. And then the lithium, I think, is for the last one here. Yes, for the molten tough alloy, we need to get molten lithium and that molten ferroboron. So that is the reason why I want to go to these dimensions today, and I have a lot of stuff prepared. But the first thing we're going to do is automate the lava, and then we're going to get started with power and Mekanism. Now, I have so many things prepared here that I'm going to need to see where we're going to start. I think here. Oh, right here first. So, first thing I want to do is upgrade our cobblestone generator to tier 3. So, with iron around it, it's tier 2. And then we put diamonds around it to tier 3. So, we make cobblestone at a very decent rate, right? Okay, then the next thing is here, we're going to make some diorite. And then we're going to use that right here to get... What? Oh, do I need to turn this into... It's for this thing here. Oh, it's polished diorite. Okay. Isn't that just putting it something like that? Okay, there we go. That's how you make it. I barely ever make that, so here we go. We get an auto clicker. Okay, and then over here we have, this is gonna make the harvester. We need that later. This is all power and stuff. Oh yes, right here, the metallurgy infusers, but here we go. I need 2 cyclic fluke extraction cables. Now, last episode I was talking about that I want to avoid these. But it's going to make sense in a second when I set this up. I'm going to talk about it. Why I decided to go with this. Number one is I'm alone in the single player world. We're also going to make a tank. So if anything goes wrong, you know, I can run the lag goggles or a tick profile or something and fix what is causing lag. On a server, it's just much harder, right? And like I said, I explained to you in a second why... last episode, I mentioned that I have a problems with these cauldrons, and that's also going to make sense here. I did not finish my thought last episode. I apologize about that. You guys asked me questions about that too. But all of this is going to make sense once we set up this automatic lava. Why I am not a fan of either one of them. But here we go. We're also making 1 item extraction cable. Alright, so now that we have all this other stuff, like I said, is for something else. We're going to go ahead and set this up right here. I'm going to take this outside. So, we are going to put down the cobblestone generator right here. And we're going to put our wooden crate above it again. Is this connect to the window? It does, but there's nothing I can do. Okay, and then over here I made a second cobblestone cauldron. We're going to put this right here. And then we are going to put the tank right here. So let's talk about this cauldron. Now, I am not sure why anybody thought this was a good idea to change the way we used to make lava with, I think it's X-Nilo. Because this cauldron is not made to be pumped out or into. Oh. I forgot something. I need to move this one to the left. So the problem with this is that you cannot put a hopper on top. You cannot pump in or out with item ducts or fluid ducts. I tried that. You cannot use... on the multiplayer server that we're shutting down because the mod pack is just too buggy for a multiplayer server. We're actually going to shut down that server and replace it with another mod pack. We learned that also when you talk to the thing here with XNet, it causes regular server crashes, server loops, to the point that we need to roll back because the XNet tries talking to this one and it just keeps crashing. So that is why I'm not a fan of this cauldron. That was the main thing. But anyway, so we're going to put this clicker right here over this way, and it's actually, you can see it pointing onto the cauldron. So this actually mimics clicking onto the cauldron, so the cobblestone goes in, okay? And then the other thing we need to do later on is power this. So the system will actually not work until later on. I'm just going to take this out so I don't forget. But we can do the rest already, and that is put the item extraction cable right here. Oh my god, I can't believe this also connects, but man, nothing I can do. And this is instantly full here. We'll go into these settings when we're actually ready to start it. Wait, how does this have power? How did this already put a cobblestone in here? I just built this with you guys. How was this powered? Weird. But anyway, so, and then... Wait, does this thing here not need any... Oh, when it's set to speed 0, it uses 0 RF a tick. Interesting. Okay, and then you guys see here, when you go up, I want to go to like this one here, so it does one a second. It costs 25 RF a tick. And it says right-clicking. We don't need to sneak. And yeah, of course, the power is empty. So this is actually filling, and we're going to set up this extraction pipe. That's the only pipe I was able to find that works without crashing a server or, you know, corrupting your world. And that's why I'm using the cyclic. And this is a 64 bucket tank. I just want to have some storage here. And then out of this one, we're going to come out with the other pipe. And then we're going to go ahead. This, you guys see, sometimes it shows water even though there is no water. And then we're going to go ahead and run these to all these tanks here. So there's the first tank. And then we're going to come up to this tank as well as this tank. And now I got to get out and over here so I can come back in my trench. And we're actually going to put a cobble here and a plank so it's closed. And then we'll go up to this one. And then also, I gotta get out of here. To the last one. Right there. Okay. And now I can nicely cover this all up so we don't see this anymore. And then once... Well, actually, this first one is already full. It's probably going to slowly fill. And my question is, do I actually need to power this? Yeah, we will. Because I am also going to put the second cauldron that I made, and it's right here. That was actually the first one. We had this already. Torch is still. There's red X's. I gotta be careful. And we're gonna put that into the ground right here with a torch underneath it. And I wanted this to be here and always be filled so I can just make obsidian by taking the water, putting it here, taking the water. So it's nice and close. That was the whole idea behind this. Okay, so let's go ahead. Oh, because the torch is here. Well, I have no choice. I need to come... No, I can hide this. Very good. I'm going to be able to hide this in here. Yes, okay. So we won't see it. Okay, and we'll close this up from above. 2. Right, this is connected now? Yes. Okay, so now we can close the floor and we don't need to dig into that anymore. Right there. So now we can't see it anymore. And it's already filling this. Not sure how the priority works, but once the thing outside is powered, lava is going to be made very quickly. Now that we have the lava prepared, we are going to set up our first power. So I went into a creative world and I tried all kinds of different power setups. I tried the, let me just show you what that is called, Mekanism. There is a heat exchanger that I saw. Oh boy. No, not resistive heater. Oh, let's just search for it. Heat exchanger, the thing right here, heat generator. And that makes, I mean, just a very, very little amount of power, even if you feed it lava. So you can surround it by lava, and then it made something like 9 RF a tick or whatever. And when I pumped lava into it, which it uses up very, very fast, a bucket, I'm going to say like 10 seconds, it made 29 RF a tick maybe. So that was nothing that I wanted. And then I looked into generators. I tried out this one right here, the simple geothermal generator, which only makes 40 RF a tick, which of course would be easy because we can make lava quite quickly. So I could just make an array. But then I decided I want to go with the simple culinary generator. This makes 80 RF a tick, no matter what food you give it. The better the food, we're going to use bread, the longer it burns, okay? But this is actually pretty good, so we're going to make about 240 RF for now, which is enough for our first Mekanism machines. So, right here, the wheat field, I did extend it to here. There was salad in this row, but I took that out and replaced it. I don't know what salad is for, so this is 13 long. So, we're going to set up first this guy right here. If I can reach the corner, I need to place it towards me, so the little hole is facing this way. And then if we go down to 13 by 13, you know, it's sticking out on the left and on the right, but I don't care. I just want to have the full depth, so it goes all the way. It kind of disappears, but you guys can see it every once in a while. There we go. So it goes right to the last row of wheat over there. And let's turn this off again. And we're going to take this wheat with this harvester, and then with an autocrafter from Cyclic, we're going to turn it into bread, and we're going to feed that to simple culinary generators. And I was debating to use XNet, but then I decided I'm going to use this simple storage network for this process. It's probably overkill, but we needed to make one anyway for... Wait a second, why did none of this complete? I just crafted all this. What? Why did this not complete? I made this, I didn't make that. It should all start with this here. Craft a simple storage network master block. Do I need to pick you up again? Maybe I need to place it? Okay, I literally just crafted them 5 minutes ago. Well, whatever. I'm not gonna worry about that. So, because we need it for the achievement book, right? For the quest book, let's just call it that. So I decided to go with this, and it should be pretty smart to handle the system. So let's see here. I'm gonna need to get this guy right here. These two are scaring me a little bit because I would like to get these 2 barrels back, or crates, you know, without them dropping into the void or myself. All right, so I got 1. Can I get you 2? Thank you. All right, and let's close this up again. This needs to be a diagonal, and then this one is just a regular one. There we go. All right, like nothing ever happened. So we're gonna pump out of this into these 2 here, and we... Now that should work. That should work. Okay, so I'm gonna have to come from underneath this, and of course this is also gonna need power. I have no idea how to get power there yet. I guess with XNet it would have been the advantage that I can just use 1 cable. But too late now. So let's just go ahead and make a little trench here. And this is not too deep. Some parts are not too deep. The inside here is all too deep. But when you come to the outside, I keep running into... let's start right there. So I can go underneath and cover this up. I'd like to have, you know, always underneath where I run the cables. So if I need to break them, I don't lose them. And then we'll come around here. And go ahead, close this off. All the tanks from the melters are full. Even though we're not even giving this power yet. So that's actually pretty cool. Okay, so underneath this here, we're gonna need a import. So we're gonna import here. We cable everything together in the end when everything is set up. And then, like I said, we're gonna have 2 storage crates here. And we're gonna use the storage link cables for that, 1 and 2. And then it doesn't matter which one we use. We use this one for there. Can I name these? No. And I don't know if I can lock these. Okay, let's just do it this way. So this is a blacklist. I want to turn this to whitelist and say seeds only. And this one, is that the one I just did? Aha! I misclicked there. So this is the wheat. And then I'm going to have to get to this fella from the other side. And say whitelist seeds only. Alright. So they are set up. Put this here and put the rest of the stuff back in there. Okay, so now we have these 2. And then I think, because I want to set up the machines in this corner here. So it's all going to be over here in this corner. So that's perfect. And then I think we're just going to go ahead and... I actually didn't need to go that deep here. Well, it doesn't matter. Nothing can spawn down there. And then I think we simply use storage cables for these parts. Let's go ahead and put the controller next to it. And I think, yeah, this connects. And then we'll put this here for the storage request table. Don't really need this. Oh, it keeps this one. Okay, so undo it. And we already see this, right? Because well, I'm never going to take anything out of via this if it's right there. But it doesn't hurt. We needed to make it. So, and then next to this one, I'm going to need... Let's put the export bus underneath right there. And we're going to put the autocrafter on top of that. Oh, how am I going to power this? This needs power. So I'm going to have to come from back here. And I guess I'm going to have to make facades for these leadstone flux ducts. Which is okay. We can do that. Okay. And then, of course, I need to actually tell this here to... Let's get some room here. Export wheat. I think you just do it like this. And now as soon as I place this, it's probably going to start filling this. Yes. And we simply give it the recipe like... It showed me bread up here in my testing world. Maybe it needs power before it shows that. Okay. And then this bread will need to... import from here. Right there. And, well, this... I don't know if I can cover these. Let's check. There's some blocks we can... No, we can't. Okay, it's must be a different mod. I think the cyclic ones we can just right-click. So we are going to see this hole here. There's nothing I can do. And then I think around the corner here, we're actually going to have our culinaries. So let's go ahead and do that. I really wish I knew where all this lava is going. Apparently, these cyclic pipes just hold hundreds of buckets of fluid or something. It's been running for at least 20 minutes. And every time you see the lava flashing here, it's a quarter of a bucket. So every 4 seconds is a whole bucket of lava. And I can even turn this up to like ridiculous speed. Watch this. Where is this lava going? This is bananas. Alright, it's also too loud. But I'm guessing eventually it will just be caught up. I have no idea. So, I spent 45 minutes troubleshooting this, guys. And trying to figure out how to set this up. So I decided I'm going to give you a recap now how this system works. instead of showing you all that footage, because a couple of these machines were a little bit derpy. Now, let me show you first to over here, okay? So underneath this here, we have the import bus, and make sure that you set that to blacklist. If it's by default, it's set to whitelist, so nothing will be imported. So you gotta switch that to blacklist, so it takes out all the wheat and the seeds. And you guys see it's being sucked out. I might have to give this a speed upgrade here, in case it cannot keep up. The other thing is also I switched this from single to area, because then it does the whole 13 by 9 hour field, but in 13 by 13 radius at once. You guys see all of them disappeared at once. It doesn't really matter, I just like it that way, okay? So, and then now let me show you guys, I'm just gonna dig this up here real quick. I guess I should have done that off camera, but it's quite fast. And show you all the little quirks that we had. Number one is this thing right here. It took me 10 minutes at least by myself. I tried with hoppers, everything. I could not suck out on the top, on the sides, nothing. You can only import, suck out of this autocrafter from underneath. Okay, so I put the storage import cable here, set whitelist to only bread, just in case, so it doesn't try to pull out like the wheat or something. I don't think we need that, but I did it. Over here, we have an export cable set to wheat. That's how the wheat gets in here. These two over here, I did show on camera. This is whitelisted to wheat, and this is whitelisted to seed. So if this thing ever gets full with wheat over here, the rest should all be stored up in here. Now, I'm getting really close to this being full with seeds. And then those will back up, so I need to make a void upgrade for that. I'm never going to need more than 64 stacks of seeds, okay? And then on this chest, we have a storage link cable underneath it that works on all sides. Whitelist bread. So, I am importing into the system here from underneath all the bread, and then it will be stored in this chest. And this is how much bread we have. And then over here, these machines were the next ones that took me forever. I could not get the bread in it. We had it cabled from underneath first, and the power on the top. And I needed to switch around. Apparently, you can only input from the top of these simple generators, okay? But you guys see, they're all full with bread now, and everything is running. So that is cool. So now you are caught up on that, and I'm pretty sure that you guys understand all this. If not, let me know down in the comments, and I will definitely go over it again. No problem at all. So, and then over here, you guys see when you look at the tooltip on the bottom right, it shows iron, wood, plank, cover. I guess I can break this here real quick. The leadstone flux duct, I ran around the outside over to this lava production because I also needed to do this to here. So it comes in underneath this block right there. I wanted to keep it out of the house. And then the other thing is, just in case you don't know how to make them, you need to make a structural duct, iron nuggets and lead ingot. And then you put that together with any building block of your choice, and it makes you these plank covers. And then you can simply snap them in between, like right there, you see. I could cover this up. Or you can put them on top to cover up the pipes like that. So that is pretty nifty how this works. I just wanted to point that out. Only problem is that right here, you guys see these are covers. Unfortunately, the grain doesn't match. And on top, we even have the exposed cut, I guess, or whatever you called it, the rings. No idea. I don't think I can turn this, okay? And then I slapped these four down. We had them already, and I wanted to point out one thing. Actually, let's put this down first. I'm going to put the, like I said, this one is probably going to be the osmium compressor. And then I wanted to have my enrichment chamber. Yeah, let's put it right here. Okay, and let's make sure that we turn input and output off. I also forgot to do this on these. And then I also need to set on the bottom energy input. So the bottom always needs to be green. Shift click, by the way, just completely erases whatever is set on the side. Like otherwise you have to click through here until you get back to the gray. Shift click, unselect them. There, and then the last one. And reason I have 4 of these is this first one is going to be for carbon. This one for redstone, this one for diamond, and this one for refined obsidian. I think that's what it's called, yes. So I never need to worry about having to dump it or have some leftovers and so on, right? So now that we have this, what we can do is save a lot of moolah. Or materials, I should say, not moolah. Oh, come on, misclicked. So let's just get 8 in here. And when you put coal, redstone, diamond, or this reinforced... No, it's not called reinforced. What is it called? Add mech obsidian. It's this stuff here. Refined obsidian dust. Into here, you guys see, you get a compressed carbon. If you put a coal by itself, let me just demonstrate it in case you've never seen this. Right now, this is empty over here. If I put 1 coal, I get 10 carbon for it. The same for redstone and so on. But if I take this, which is made out of 1, and put this in here, it goes up by 80. Right? So I can save a lot of materials doing it this way. And we're gonna make at least many more. But I wanted to also point this out, that usually when you do this, it costs 10 carbon and you get a refined iron. I think that's what it's called. Well, in this pack, and then you need to take the refined iron and put it back in here to make steel dust. In this pack, it goes straight from iron ingot to steel blend with only 10 carbon. So it saves us a little bit of carbon and it's quicker. So I don't mind that at all. And then the same, I'm gonna put a bunch of redstone in here, compressed, and then probably diamonds. And the refined obsidian, I'm not really worried about. I don't think I need it. I found one more thing, by the way, that I wouldn't mind making today as well if the recipe is simple, and that is this fella here, the atomic reconstructor or disassembler. Yeah, for this one here, for example, we need that refined obsidian, but yeah, these are all very easy to make. There's no problem. I can make all of that. But now that I wanted to make this machine first because, like I said, oh, I still hear the bucket thing. It just allows me to save a little bit, right? I mean, I have endless materials upstairs in the bonsai cabinets, but still, I like doing it this way because it also holds more, right? And if you put like a stack of these plates in here, these things right here, it lasts you a lot longer. And yep, there's 80. So now I just made this one, so I can remove that. Now I'm gonna make the crusher, the osmium compressor, the energized smelter, the electric slug separator, and the basic gas tanks. And let's see, is there anything else? Oh, I need to make 3 of them. Yeah, this is all very basic stuff. And what does it take to make the armored jetpack? Crushed diamond, bronze, a block of steel. Man, there's nothing out of reach. Oh my god, I think I finally got everything. I'm gonna put the coal in here. Everything ready to be crafted. I'll put this in here. Okay. So, I already made a couple things here. Oh, I forgot to... No, we'll do the water together. That's no problem. Okay, so. Here's our jetpack. Kablam. And then we're gonna make... Okay, I'm recording. I just wanted to make sure. Then here we go. We make the armored jetpack. And then this right here is our free runners. This right here is a electric pump that we're gonna need. Here is 8... I think that this is... Oh, this is gases. This is not the one I needed. I'm glad I checked. We need the other one. The liquid one. Is this here heat? Ah, man, that means we don't have any... Okay, I might be able to... Excuse me. Use the item ducts that we have. But they're item. They're not... They are not... Wait a second. What did I craft here? Yeah, these are item ducts. Okay. Let's check real quick. What are ducts? And because it's water, it doesn't matter if it's heat resistant. Fluid duct right here. 2 copper. And lead. Let's go ahead and make this. And then we'll decide later if we're going to need a servo or not. Okay. And then here we have the big one. Atomic disassembler. Very nice. And then last but not least. Oh, I was waiting for... What was I waiting on here? These 2. Yes. Oh, shoot. I forgot. 3 and 4. Okay. I forgot that I needed to still craft this, but it's already there. And let's go ahead and craft this thing. Did I not take out 3? Really? The mouse scrolling, like, it sometimes takes very long. That's definitely not my mouse. Because in every other mod pack, I don't have a problem with this. But mouse scrolling items in and out is very finicky. There we go. And we got our configurator, so I can take this off as well. Very nice. So now we have all these items. Let's go ahead and set up the thing here first. The power cell. I want to put that in here. So let's put this down, and then we're going to have to configure it. So this is the... okay, I don't need that. Top, left, bottom, or front. Input is green on the right, and output is red in the back. So yeah, it is draining. Because it's, I don't know, apparently 4 seconds without power. Really? Okay, there we go. Now it's charging. But we can put our atomic disassembler in here, and it's going to get charged. I finished that in a second. I'm going to need the configurator charged at least a little bit. And then also, we're going to charge our free runners in there, okay? Let's wait this one out real quick. And this, by the way, I think lets you walk up blocks, step up assist, but it also dampens your fall. So we don't take any fall damage. Let's check real quick. Yeah, it has step up assist, which is not very good in a sky block, but I wanted these boots. And then this one here we have to set up differently. Okay, let's go ahead and set it up first. The electrolytic separator right there. The water comes in on the front, and then we're going to have a gas tank on the left and a gas tank on the right. And I think oxygen is left and hydrogen is on the right, but we'll see that. So now what I need to do here is make a water source. I need some cobble. Let's get some cobble here real quick. And where is my... it's the one that has a slight indentation. This one right there. Okay, so now where is that at? Right over here. Whatever mess I'm making here right now, I'll clean up. I guess I should have used leaves like I usually do, but it's fine. So right there, the pump is going to be here. So the water needs to be on this level. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this block and this block. Right? Yeah. And close it off right there. That was it. And look how fast this atomic disassembler is with the cobble. I love it. Much better than the stone paxel we had for so long. Oh, and the other thing, by the way, when I made the, I think it was the compressor, it actually ate my buckets. I didn't get the buckets back. So we don't need you, and I only need one of these. Okay, so let's get water. Bring that over here. We're gonna put that on this side. And then another one to make an endless water source down there. By the way, I tried the sink on our server and noticed that you cannot pump water out of it. It also doesn't have the water on the top or the fish. So that is why I'm going with this pump. And if I got this right, it should be powered because there's a power plug right there and it's going against this leadstone duct that also powers the electrolytic separator. And it is sitting right above water. And if we put this on here, well, look at that. It automatically fills. So there we go. And now what this machine does, it separates the water into oxygen and hydrogen. But we have these tanks. Okay, so it's actually on the left is hydrogen this time. And on the right is oxygen. Now, we're going to use only hydrogen. We don't have any use for oxygen. So what I'm going to do over here is dumping excess. Because if the oxygen is full, it cannot separate anymore. And then I won't get any more hydrogen over here, right? And what this allows me to do is put my jetpack in here. And it's going to fill with hydrogen. Now, this is going to take a couple minutes until this is full. And I'm also going to go ahead and charge this guy right there. By the way, I made the configurator because I thought we're going to make the water pipe from Mekanism. But that seems to be disabled. The same as the only two that are enabled, the only two types is heat and steam, or gases, I should say. There's no item, no power, and no liquid pipes. I am not sure why. I have no idea, but it's nothing I can do. So I'm going to put this guy in here because I don't need it, and my Paxel goes in here as well. I don't think that I will be needing any cobble going to the Nether. No, I won't take any. Because we're going to be able to fly. The only problem I'm having is that... Well, I have the atomic disassembler that does pretty good damage. But we have no ranged weapon. But that's fine. We're going to be okay. Let's check here real quick, by the way. Chest. Is there... We could make iron chest plate for now. Oh, no, not the chest plate. The pants and the helmet. Let's go ahead and do that. I think I still have a little bit of iron left. Alright, not much. I gotta start smelting. But let's go ahead and make an iron helmet. So we have some on our head and legs. There we go. And then, of course, I have my boots on, which I don't think give you any protection. Yeah, there's nothing down here. And then once the jetpack is full, we'll go and set out to the Nether first. Yay, it is charged. We can go and take off. First, I wanted to show you guys that I set up a key binding for the boots. Right now it's on, and now it's off. So while I'm around the base, I don't have any fall damage protection or step-up assist. And I like that, because it's just not very good when you build and so on, right? And right now we can put this on, so I gotta turn these back on, and then... how do I turn you on? Okay, so now they're on. And now I'm in hover mode. Alright, so I set mine up with mouse button 5, by the way. And the boots are alt mouse button 5. So I just like that. I'm used to that. Okay, so let's head to the Nether. I'm excited. There's a little Nether portal that I've prepared for this. And... Don't tell me I need to make a cake for this too. Nether cake. So I need to make a cake with 8 obsidian. Okay, funny thing is that I have a cake ready over here. Well, it was for the lost city. So let's go ahead and just put the cake here. And I should be able to use this bucket, because I'm actually not transporting lava. Okay. Let's just get 8 real quick. So this lava production out there can go start and run forever again. Okay. Well, that was an easy fix. And I think I'm just gonna put this directly in the portal. This way. I'm okay with it. So let's just put it right there. Alright, so flight. Ah, I get it. So there are 3 different settings. Alright. So let's go ahead and... Yes, I clicked on it. Shift right click? No? Bytes 6 of 6. Why can I not go in the Nether? What is it with me and interdimensional travel? In Project Ozone, I had the hardest time getting to the Erebus, and here I can't even go to the Nether. Ay. Okay, let's see here. Inventory upgrades. Where does it show us? Exploration. Lost City. Crap. Whoa. Okay. I wonder how many bites I took out of this cake now by clicking it multiple times. So that was just a huge lag spike from the world generation. Alright, let's put a torch down here. So yeah, like I said, this is very differently generated. This is not a normal Nether. And I see a... I think this is from that that Android mod, Matter Overdrive. This black hole right there. Okay, I see cobalt. That's definitely something I want to get, but I don't want to get it right now. I really just want a blaze rod. That's the one thing I wanted. Maybe 2. Alright, so let's go ahead and go blaze hunting. There's a lot of mobs. Please don't let me hit a zombie pigman. Let me turn off the X's. Okay, that hurt. I don't see a... This is gonna be real sucky. Getting the blaze rod. What? How did... What is with the lag happening here? How is this terrain generation so rough? I see a blaze rod right there. I got it. Screw you guys. Okay, that's all I wanted for right now. I really just wanted to get that, and I should have also marked the portal. And now we can go back home. I can make another cake, and we can go to the... where is my portal? Down here. Okay. Hey, wait a second. How am I gonna get home? How do I get home from here? Why am I not getting any credits for anything? Craft, place, and eat a nether cake to go to the nether. And I could have sworn that I was supposed to get an overworld cake. Okay, I'm gonna need to read up on this here real quick. So I'm gonna pause the game and see if I can figure out how to do these advancements. So I think that this is the command that I need to type to complete the nether one. Advancement grant my name only as a 4H exploration nether. I believe that is it. So I'm gonna try this and hopefully I don't mess anything up. I can always remove advancements as well. And by the way, I needed to change my game mode. That's why you see me in the wall here. I needed to restart the game and I needed to go into my world.dat file with an NBT Explorer and change commands from 0 to 1 so I can actually enter commands because I didn't have any rights. I started this world without any cheats enabled and stuff. So let's go ahead and try this. Granted the entire advancement. Oh god, I hope that does not mean much. I don't even see anything here. I don't know what's going on. It's just checking if I granted something else, but I don't see anything. That's funny, by the way. I got the clicker hero I got. Huh. This is still not open. And this is not. It's called neither here nor there, so I'm not sure. Let's try it again together. I want to show you how I did it. So tab completion here. So let's ardite ore, boron, cobalt, compact machines, complete the lithium, dragon's breath, and then I'm gonna continue after the nether. Overworld cake, root, twilight forest, Vscraft, water in nether, wither kill, ardite ore, and then we're starting over again. I don't know how to fix this. I'm gonna go ahead and log out real quick and see by me granting this if when I come back in, if it maybe gave me this one. I mean, well, I tried everything. I don't know how to complete the achievements with commands. Maybe I'm missing some prerequisite or whatever. And then I actually stopped the game and I went into my player file and I changed my dimension to 0, the overworld, or whatever this is here. And the coordinates I used was 0, 100, 0. You guys see at 3.4717 here. So I fell on top of the roof up there. Actually, not all the way on the top, but one of the other levels. And because I had my boots on, nothing happened when I logged in. So that's how I got back here, because I am pretty sure I got robbed there. I remember that when I went to the nether on our server that I was given a overworld cake as soon as I arrived there. So we're just going to go ahead and craft them ourselves. So there's one, and we're going to make 3 of them. I want 1 for the nether, 1 for the twilight forest, and then 1 for the lost city. So I have these 3. And I put the Oh, the blaze rod is in here. That's where I put it. So here we go. Now we're gonna make our brewing stand. That's the last piece that we needed. And there is our cake. What? What am I... Does this need to be colored? Now let's see if I can make this... Yes, there we go. Brown stained, and hopefully this works now. Yes, there we go. So we got our Lost Cities cake. And I didn't see any Twilight Forest cake. The only other one I see is Hunting Dimension and End cake. Those are the only other ones. So I don't think that for the Twilight Forest that we need to do that, but we'll see in a second. Let's come over here, and we're gonna put the Hunting Dimension. Why don't we put it right next to this one? Okay. And let's see if I can toss the diamond in here. No. This, I'm pretty sure is the... I mean, I've never used Oxide Daisy, but it says, you know, any vanilla flower. Whoa. Let's check real quick if it tells us something about the Twilight Forest. Hunting Compact World Nether. Is the Twilight Forest maybe disabled? But it's telling us that we can get certain ores. Travel to the Lost Cities or Twilight Forest. Okay, let's just replace these Oxide Daisies. Let's do that real quick. So let me get dandelions instead. Like I said, I don't think that makes a difference, but who knows? There's one missing here. Alright, I'm gonna try it with the Oxide Daisy first. Ah, I just was missing one. Okay, alright, I'm just gonna leave these here. I don't want to carry them around. But let's go back here first and place our overworld cake. I want to put that down, and I think I'm gonna put that into that little cubby hole that I made up here. So, I mean, I should always have my jetpack. And you know what? We're gonna go around the corner right there. So, I'm just worried, you know, gas shooting or something. So, we put this here. Alright, there we go. Now, I wonder where I'm gonna come out. Oh, at my bed spawn. Okay. That's cool. Alright, and... zoop, this way. Now, let's say we're gonna go to the Lost Cities first. Because I just want to go there, see what it's gonna do, and we're gonna... Oh, I was just wondering, where did I get this from? What? Now I have 3 again. Now... what is happening? Now they're completed, both of them. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, let's click on this. I just clicked once. I'm gonna let it go and see, you know, maybe during this, when it generates the terrain and I'm lagging up like I am doing. Oh, this one was quicker. Maybe that's what caused these achievements to go bad. And there we go. Now I got 4. So it gives you one when you come here. Wow, that is cool. Look at all these pipes and stuff. So what should we do with this overworld cake? I mean, if I put a torch down here, nothing should ever be able to spawn. So let's go ahead and put this one down. Right there. We cannot go to the Twilight Forest. Unlocks the Twilight Forest mod set in a void world. Costs 4 prestige points. So, because I was standing in this portal for a long time and nothing ever happened. So I actually restarted the game again, figuring maybe there's something broken, but it was actually because it is locked. So that's good to know. We just cannot go there. So I'm going to go back to the Lost Cities. And I'm going to dig underground right here and see if I can find any ore for a couple minutes. Okay. Let's go. I'm gonna go I don't know, somewhere where I feel a little bit safer. What? Oh, those are the creepers, I forgot. They make funny noises here. Okay, like over here, let's do it. Yeah, right there in the corner. I see some aquamarine. And of course, I need to dig that way. If I dig this way, I'm gonna just fall out of the bubble. Okay, I can fly, so I'm just gonna go down a few blocks and block me in for a minute so I cannot have any surprises going on. And let's just dig down here for a quick minute. Alright, I dug much deeper. There we go, I got some thorium. This is, let me change this back. Lithium. I also find the rock crystal from Astor Sorcery. Uranium. More lithium. Alright, so, and I also got, you know what, I'm gonna leave some of the stuff here. Like, I don't need tin. I don't need mob drops. Oh, yeah, I got this here, a dilithium crystal. I'm gonna show you guys in a second what that looks like. I don't need any mob drops. I'm gonna keep these because I don't have that yet. I don't need sand. Granite I don't have. Alright, and let's leave some cobble too. And this. Alright. Did I check over here? Not yet. Alright, there's more thorium ore. So yeah, it's definitely height depending. How many torches I have left now? None. I'm out of torches. Great. Alright, there it is. This is that crystal. Yeah, this is what I got there. Okay, they stack. Alright. Oh, what do we have here? Boron. And more dilithium ore. Alright, cool. So I found where it is. And so I'm probably going to make a digital miner between episodes. It's default recipe, so it should not be a problem. And I'm also gonna then probably dig up stuff. So I don't know what we're gonna get started with. Possibly AE2 or Matter Overdrive. I am not sure yet. I want to see what this is. I think this is like manganese. Magnesium. Okay, give me that. Don't burn up. Thank you. Tin, gold. How you doing, Skelly? You did. Alright, I'm out of torches, so I can't see anymore. I gotta find my way back out. And go home. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I had fun. I mean, little upset about this whole achievement thing, that this was such a pain in the butt. But we did a lot of stuff today. We got all the Mekanism machines, which is definitely very nice to have. Where did that come from? This is going to take me forever to find my way out. 425 meters that way. And so we got all the Mekanism machines. We got flight. We got the free runners. We got an atomic disassembler, and we got some basic power that seems to be working pretty good. My boots are turned off again. Okay, I definitely have to play around with these key bindings. But I'm rambling, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.